It's Friday. Woo! It's the Nerd Den. We are live finally. To be fair, we are kind of here. I'm gonna put my new swanky screen glasses. Look at that, my new screen glasses. We'll try them out on a live stream. I'm not really sure, but we're here live, coming from Andrew's actually coming live from my house because we're doing Heroes Con this weekend. What up, KG? What up, MK? And yeah, so Andrew's actually sitting over here. Do I need to go get you a chair or something?
I don't know if I can move right
now. we walked a lot, and just to give you a preview, so today was day one. This holy fuck. Okay, this is what I got, and it's like not even half of what Andrew picked up, but it's fine. We don't have problems. This is not a problem. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It is a solution. It is not a problem. It's good. Everything's fine. So, how are you guys doing? Zach, Avery?
Fine.
Yes. Fantastic. Andrew, why don't you come over here? I'll go get you a chair, okay?
Okay.
You can don't if you sit on my chair, you're gonna ruin it. So just like squat over here.
He can get on using his phone.
Well, no, I'm just gonna get him a chair. That's fine.
Not only am I sitting in his chair. Oh, I'm just kidding. I didn't really fart. How you guys doing? How's everything going out there? Out there in the real world. I got to switch glasses so I can actually see you.
So far, same old.
All right, excellent, good deal.
Come on, tell us stories. Tell us stories from the convention world. Or
don't.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Or don't. Or just show us comics.
You want to sit here or you want to sit there?
I'm gonna sit right here for now.
Andrew,
I'm in charge.
Andrew,
I am the captain. I am the captain.
I am the captain
Right
now.
now, I'm living vicariously through you. Don't disappoint.
Here, all right, you can give me my stack here. You want your stack? You have your stack somewhere else.
I'm just going to show them these for right now.
Okay.
But hold on a second.
What are you doing?
All right. Check out this little beauty that I got. Hardcover edition of The Art of Art Adams. And met him and got him to sign it. And this little beauty, this hardcover, oversized, beautiful edition is mine. Oh, wow. It was originally $60. I got it at a good
70
price.
It was 70.
No, this one's 60. $59.95.
Oh, 59. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But I also got this one. Check this out, Avery. Isn't that cool?
Okay.
And this is also
Tell them what it is. For those that don't know.
he can see it in the
He
image.
can, but other people can't.
This is the good girl art of Bruce Timm, Naughty and Nice. Bruce Timm, I believe, did a bunch of like small mini sketchbooks of the Naughty and Nice. He did several editions, and this is like a collection of like all of them, but oversized. So instead of the little ash can size sketchbooks that he made, they put this together. And look at this. It's a hardcover. Gorgeous. I can't wait to dig through this. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Yeah, and he got him to sign it. And Art Adams was charging like $15 a signature.
Yeah, Art Adams was charging $15, but because I bought that directly from the publisher, he did it for free. He signed it for free. So, but I did get some other stuff signed, and yeah, it was a good show. I got all my commitments, everything that I was committed to get signed, done, and taken care of on the first day. And tomorrow it's dollar bin and 50-cent bin diving, and we are going to have so much fun.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I have to admit, like, today was like, Friday is always a good day because, I wouldn't say it's empty. I mean, it's definitely, they had a record, they said.
Yeah, they said that they had a record attendance. They broke their attendance record for Friday. But I'll be honest, we walked around in the aisles. There was lots of room. There was lots of space.
Well, do you know why? I figured it out.
Why?
because it was what Rich said. So they broke an attendance record, but a few years ago, they expanded it. They expanded the floor. So it's bigger now, right? It's bigger, and now it's a new record, but it's so much bigger that it doesn't feel overwhelming because there's more space.
It was actually really nice.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of New York, the New York Comic Con, the year that they opened back up after COVID, where there wasn't as many people there. And it was just nice. There was plenty of room. There was plenty of space. You weren't bumping into people left and right. It was very, very nice. Today was the day to get crap done.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow we're going to be battling crowds. And
although I forgot half my crap, so
yeah, he did. He forgot a couple of the big things that he wanted to bring and get signed, which he then told me to remind him. And on the drive back home, I said, I don't remember what you told me to remind you.
So KG says Drew, and MK says Hola, Druish princess. I like that. That shirt's coming, by the way. And then MK says, warm that chair up. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, that's because I farted in it.
Oh, good.
You're welcome.
You have to say this on a live stream? Okay, just shut up and go. It's fine.
So
Jeez.
we found out something. Avery, you might already have known this, but we did not know this. When we first got to the convention center, we drove past the front entrance, and the parking garage that we parked at last year that we liked is the very first parking garage after the convention center, where it exits out directly, the elevator, the stairs directly across from the convention center. And it's like $20 or $30 a day. But I'm like, it's across the street, which means if you got to take stuff, put it in your car and go back, no problem. Well, that parking lot was only for employees of whatever company is there. So we couldn't park there. So we ended up going around the corner, and then we came down the back of the convention center, and there was a parking lot behind the convention center all the way at the other side.
Let me paraphrase also by just saying we've gone to this convention for 38 years. Not all 38 years, but we've been going to this convention for 38 years. No, 31 years. 31 years. We have never parked in the back of the convention center.
Turns out there was a lot that was there, and it was $12. So we parked, and we thought, hot damn, $12 is not bad at all. Now, it's not a garage, which means it's out in the heat, which concerned Todd, but it was close enough, and so we start to walk, because we had to walk the entire length of the convention center to get to the front. We got to the front, we got in line, we got our badges, then we got into another line, and we had to wait till they opened the doors, and then we got in. Okay, no big deal. Well, when we're talking about leaving, when we're walking up the convention center, we notice that all the buildings are kind of connected, and there's a crosswalk and all. And Todd says, I bet you can get to that parking lot by going through the convention center. And we've never gone, like right outside the convention center where the show is at, there's like a place where you could eat, have food. We've never gone beyond that. So we decided, when we're going to go to the car to drop off the stuff, let's see if we can get to the parking garage without leaving the building. So we started walking. We went up an escalator, then we went up another escalator, then we walked, and there's like a NASCAR exhibit, like the history of NASCAR there. We never stopped and looked at that. We kept going, and there was this big open area, and then we went to another section, and it's a nice big open, and then we're like walking around thinking to ourselves, are we not supposed to be here? Is this bad? So then we get to a set of stairs. We had to go down 2 flights of stairs. And of course, I dropped all my shit and all this other stuff. And I get it. And we go out the doors, and we're directly across from the parking lot. We literally walked across the street, and we were at our car. That's how close it was. We didn't have to go outside, go in the heat, nothing. We just walked through the entire convention center. But we'd never been that far before. So then we went to go back. We went to the same doors, and they were locked. The doors locked when you left.
You make it sound so dramatic.
Well, I'm telling the story. So we're like, we're locked out. What are we going to do? So we start to walk around the building, and one of the guys from the parking garage right next to it, which is a parking garage specifically for like the NASCAR place, some other stuff. So we weren't going to park there. But the guy says to us, "Hey, those doors are locked." And we're like, "Yeah, we know that now." He says, "But you can get back into the building by going down into the parking garage and going into the entrance in the parking garage." We were like, "Cool." So we walked down, we turned the corner, we walked in the door. There was an elevator. Took us right back up to the floor we had started at with the stairs. And here's the best part. Should I tell it to him?
Yeah.
Were we going to keep this a secret? Because we talked about this. We talked about not sharing this with anybody.
I mean, it's the internet.
All right. So we get up the elevator. As soon as we get off the elevator, guys, there's a bathroom right there. And not a unisex, everybody's allowed in bathroom. There was a men's room and a ladies' room. I went into the men's room. Todd went into the ladies' room. He told me he liked it. I said, okay. All right, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to spread that rumor. We go into the men's room. It's huge. It's quiet. It's clean. There's nobody there. We went back to that bathroom 4 times. Never saw a single soul. They literally opened up that bathroom just for us. We were the only people all day long that used this bathroom. We found, you know, the movie The Hidden Garden, where the kids find the garden through we found the hidden bathroom. It was literally made just for us.
It is true. It is true. Look, it is true that during a convention, Fridays are fine, but boy, Saturday and Sunday, that bathroom is going to get nasty.
Yeah.
Because there's only one on there's a couple, but most everybody goes into one on the main floor, and they don't have time to upkeep. Right?
I'll be honest.
It gets a little gross. Man.
I'll be honest with you guys. I was rather embarrassed to be in there by myself with just Todd, because at one point Todd was so excited that we had the bathroom all to ourselves that he just started whipping it out all over the place. And it was, I was so embarrassed. But you know what? It was our bathroom. We can do whatever you want.
I love you, Andrew.
So
yeah. You're a weird motherfucker.
And we literally went back and forth when we left to go to the car to drop off stuff and come in. We stopped at the bathroom every time. When we left and we got back, even if we didn't have to go, we stopped at the bathroom because it was ours.
It's true.
It belonged to us.
It is true. Well, like I went there and washed my hands like
we need to
we
need to take a backboard from the comics and write on it property of Todd and Drew and stick it right on the door tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. He's very happy. You can see how excited he is about this bathroom, guys. I mean, it's important. There's a bathroom.
Well, they converted when you come into the convention center, right directly across from where you go down to the bottom floor for the convention center. The bathrooms that are there were converted into male or female, because it was a men's room and a ladies' room, and they converted them into family restrooms. But all the bathrooms on the convention floor that are in the convention are still male and female. They just put the very first one, the most common ones you find, into unisex. And I can't use those. I can't go in there knowing that there could be a lady right there. No, it's just...
KG says, 31 years, holy crap, Batman. And then he says, Drew probably dropped a deuce.
Nope, have not. Usually when I go to conventions, my body kind of...
You asked for this, KG.
Tightens up and nothing happens.
This is you. This is a KG. Yeah. Tell them all about your bowels. Let's go.
So, no, but when we ran into Rich, we offered Rich a moment to go run to the bathroom if he needed us to cover it. And he's like, no, I've trained my body when I go to shows to, be able to...
No.
I've trained myself to go...
No.
Yeah.
What is the real reason that Rich did not want you to take over his booth?
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
No, what is the real reason that Rich was like, no, Andrew, I'm fine. You don't have to manage my booth for me. That's the last thing I would like. Thank you, sir. What is the reason?
I make deals. I make really good deals.
Good deals for who?
For the customers.
For the customers.
For the customers.
Yeah. What are your deals like?
Buy one, get one free, half off this one. You don't have change for that one. You don't have money for that one. That's yours. Don't worry about it.
KG says, well, a 15-minute bathroom story.
I met Art Adams, met Jenny Frizen, got a book signed by Brian Stelfreeze. He met Craig Thompson. I tell you what, the bathroom is got to be the highlight of our show so far.
I have to admit, like, I'm pretty, granted, maybe I'm getting a little old or whatever, but like, I don't know Jenny Frizen as an artist. So you might want to explain who she is, because she had a line.
I don't have anything to share because everything is packed away. But
yeah.
some of my regulars, when I told them I was going to this show and that I had a copy of Department of Truth #1 with the alternate cover for Jenny Frizen cover that I might get signed, they were like, "Oh, well, we have Jenny Frizen stuff too." So they brought me a bunch of stuff to get signed. And
so she's basically like a cover artist.
Yeah, it's really.
Okay.
I don't know if she's ever done interiors, to be honest with you.
No, okay.
But she does these painted covers, and she's very, very popular. And they have lots and lots of people there.
She's very popular. I was like,
Yep.
whoa! She had a nonstop line, and she
Probably
for this.
the longest line of the show.
Yeah.
So, and her deal was she wasn't doing sketches, she wasn't doing remarks, she wasn't selling original art, she was just signing. And if you were signing raw, which means you just brought them a comic and she signed it, the first 3 were free. And every one after that's only $5. So that's not a bad deal. I ended up having 6 books and paid $15.
Yeah,
so
it's not bad.
I was happy. I was very happy with that. And then if you wanted it certified for CGC, it costs $30, which is $25 more, which is what CGC would charge you in order to verify the signature anyway.
Yeah.
But she gets that money. I don't know if she gets all that money. I don't know if that's how that works.
I think so.
Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, no, it was a good show.
Yeah.
It was an
and it's only
excellent
day
show.
1, so
Yeah, day 1. And I achieved all my goals. I got everything done that I wanted to get done, and happy as a lark, happy as a clam.
happy as a lark.
Lark?
A lark? It's a happy as a clam.
But larks can be happy.
Or can they?
Come on, guys. Can larks be happy? I'm pretty sure happy as a lark. Maybe that's just a.
I don't
No.
know that phrase.
No, I'm pretty sure it's really a phrase.
No.
It's not.
I'm almost positive.
Always got a rip on it.
No.
Well, I guess that now is your daughter's comic.
Yeah, well, it's okay. It's pretty.
How much did you pay for it?
Oh, like 50 cents.
50 cents. And it's got a rip in the cover. So
It's totally fine. I don't care. I got it because I was just curious about it anyway. So. He's so happy. He's super happy.
I'm a very happy. I'm a happy boy.
I found a couple of wins. I did. I actually found a bunch of good books. I got a couple of Jack Kirby's that were pretty like out of nowhere that I've never heard before. It's you can hold that up. Silver Star.
Oh yeah,
Have you heard
from
of that?
Pacific Comics. Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
He has Captain Victory. He did the first couple issues of
Yeah,
Captain Victory.
Captain Victory.
These
thing.
are all yeah.
Yeah, but it's right. The artwork's pretty good. And then this, I got it because I actually Avery's been getting me into Gene Colan, but check that out.
Oh yeah, these are. I think Avery has most of these.
The Pirate
Night
War.
Force. This
Yeah,
is
I have that. I know I have that issue.
Yeah, issue 9.
I have that one too. Mine's pretty beat up, but I have it.
Dude.
I know you have this one because I've seen this one before. Issue 10.
Yep. Mhm.
And I'm not sure about this one. Issue 11.
I'm not sure if I have that one, but I do recognize the cover. I'm
Dude, these were
familiar
the
with it.
50-cent bins, man.
Yeah. And issue
Yeah,
12.
they're beautiful comics, dude.
Oh yeah. These are actually really good copies. They're nice and
They're
tight.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm. Oh, don't sniff my books, bro. Jesus. God. So weird. It's just it's like underwear drawers. No. Give me give my books.
I was gonna say I didn't lick them, and then I thought maybe I should.
Yeah. No.
Maybe
and so
I should.
the other big win for me today was we'd actually have to go back because there was one 50-cent bin, like a huge area with 50-cent books.
Yep.
Remember you said on the side, you were like, oh, there was a whole nother side I didn't see.
Yes.
That guy. And Andrew was walking away and I was like, oh, another. So for context, I always have to. Andrew is a sniper with these 50-cent bins. He has a talent for finding really awesome books in the 50-cent bin. It is a skill. Straight up, it's a skill. So he missed it. He was like, oh, there's another side. I'll have to come back. And I was like, fuck you. So while he was walking away, I jumped into the bin. And what I did is I found, and this is 50 cents, 50-cent bin. I found the first 23 issues. And I think First Comics, maybe it's called Legends. So maybe it's a reprint or whatever. But the first 23 issues of Nexus by Barron and Root, by Mike Barron and Steve Rude. And like, I was like,
Wow.
oh my God. So I was like, give them all to me. I'm taking them. Steve Rude is amazing. Mike Barron's amazing. So I was like, when are you going to, I mean, when's you ever going to get that? You know what I mean? They did 100 issues together and they're kind of hard to find. Like you can't, they're not exactly super simple to
50
find.
cents.
Yeah.
50 cents.
They're not exactly easy to find. So I was like, okay, like that's a win-win. That's like really good win. And then yeah, I got some book.
You do realize he bought 100 bags and boards. He's gonna need more than that.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, those bags and boards are for those sci-fi books.
Well, I wouldn't put those in. I wouldn't use boards for those.
No,
Just bags.
no
is
bags.
fine.
Yeah, bags. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. I'm having a fun time. I feel like this is good.
Richard, who's my good buddy Richard, says gay as a lark. Well, gay and happy in that context are the same thing. You can be happy as a lark.
No, that's pretty gay. And
But-
that's okay. Look, it's okay. It is okay to be gay.
Richard's backing
I
me
love
up
you.
on this.
Huh?
Richard's backing me up
No,
on this.
he's saying that it's called gay as a lark is a phrase.
Gay in that context means happy.
Yeah.
So happy as a lark is a real thing.
No, gay as a lark is.
He just doesn't like to admit it when I'm right.
Oh,
Do you?
This has,
You do not like to admit it when I'm right.
This has a Steve Ditko story. That's cool.
I mean, this goes all the way back to the Dukes of Hazzard.
No,
You know, it does.
You can tell the story.
No, I'm not going to tell the story because I'm right.
You're not right. You're never
I am absolutely 100% right.
You're so wrong.
Needless to say, guys, we had a great time. I'm going to switch seats so he can show you more stuff, and I'm going to go grab a few
Oh,
things
shit.
to share.
This
What?
this book right here, this Time Warp.
Yes.
No idea what it is. It's got Howard Chaykin's the first story. Gil Kane is the second.
Yeah.
Do you know this book?
Yes.
How
I
do you
have
know this
several
book?
copies.
You have this? You have a copy of this?
Well, it helps to own a comic book
I
store.
know.
It
Steve Ditko
helps
does it.
to buy comics all the time. It helps. It does. It helps to be better than Todd
Oh my god.
in every way possible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Let me
Get
move out of the way.
Get out of my seat.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ah,
We're switching.
switching.
See, Richard says being gay is happy.
Yes.
He doesn't understand. I mean, you know,
In that context.
we're not allowed. We're not
Gay
allowed to
happy.
look. We have established in this country we're not allowed to go back in time and pull out other words that are completely innocent that mean different things, like words for cigarettes. We're not allowed to say this stuff now. So, you know, I would
You mean the
appreciate.
British word for cigarettes?
Yes. Where are you going? Why are you sitting in the chair over there?
So I can get my books.
I have a chair. Okay, so I have a chair in the corner over here. And Andrew is now sitting down looking at his phone.
I'm looking up happy as a lark.
What a bundle of sticks.
Bundle of sticks. A bundle
What,
of sticks.
what a British meatball.
British meatball. Andrew is kind of a British meatball.
Happy as
Isn't
a
he though?
lark. A smile is a simile that means someone is very happy, cheerful, or joyful. The expression
he's
likely
right.
comes from the cheerful song of a lark bird, which is known for its melodious and seemingly happy saying, according to Wicked Tater. Okay.
Yeah, but when you say happy as a lark, you're saying the phrase wrong. Because the phrase is happy as a clam.
Isn't
You're still-
it happy as a lark or happy as a clam? The first of
Get-
these, please, dates back to the 1700s. The second alludes to the lark's beautiful,
KG.
seemingly very happy song. The third, from the early 1800s, alluded to the fact that clam can only be dug at low tides and therefore are safe at high tides. It is often shortened to happy as a clam.
Yes.
You can also say happy as a lark.
Richard says Lark and Candy are well-known prostitutes. And KG is sticking to the F stick we were talking about. The cigarettes. The British
cigarette butts.
cigarette,
Oh, whatever. You people need to get some culture in your diet.
The only thing in Andrew's diet is Chick-fil-A.
And McDonald's chicken nuggies
That's more than I've had in years.
with barbecue sauce.
barbecue
How-
sauce. He did
how
have
much-
barbecue sauce.
How much and how much is it getting up on a shirt?
What an ass. Tell them the truth.
A lot.
None.
Like it was the whole thing of it.
He cannot eat anything with any kind of sauce without some of it ending up on him.
Well, it's saving it for later, and Avery.
Oh, you bitches.
If it's on the shirt, he can suck it off later when he's hungry.
That's what she said.
Back to British meatballs. Bird's
Come here,
eye.
Andrew. Get your ass over here.
I'm working on it.
All right.
Trying to find anything that's.
Oh God.
Oh, we'll.
Oh God.
In prison, I'll bring over some.
Yeah, bring over some of your books. Yes, bring some examples of Jenny Frison because her covers seem to be really good and really popular, which is fascinating to me.
Only 1 gram. Richard.
What did he say?
Richard says something is also another word for a slab of metal in forging. Only 1 gram. Oh yeah, yep. Fage, I think is the correct term. Fage. So look at this. Wait, I want to show the.
These aren't signed.
Okay, but I want to show the layouts. So this is something that came out a few years ago. Oh yeah, I get to do the Atari Force stuff. And I think it's really interesting because growing up, we never had this, but like, and Avery, you probably know this, but like, so what people have started to do is they've started to, is that signed? No, it just has a 5 on it. What they've started to do is like on the front of the comics, what it is they'll put it in the back and backboard and they'll cut out a square and they'll put a little tape around it or whatever, basically showing the artist or the writer or whoever exactly the area where they want to sign, because an artist will just sign it wherever, who cares? But you're like, no, up here where I can read it, right? So I actually think it's kind of brilliant because like you also have most of it inside of a bag, so you don't have to like do the whole thing where you slide it out of the bag and they sign it and you have to blow on it and you have to try to slide it in again, like that whole nightmare. It's just always in the bag, and the only part that's exposed is the area where he wants it to get signed, right? So I actually genuinely thought this was a really good idea. So
show them the ones that I got signed.
okay, so this is Jenny Frison. Again, I'm not familiar with her too much, but her stuff is pretty cool. So she's like the variant cover. Is it fair to call her a variant cover queen?
Sure.
Variant cover queen, like so she's got like
that one was originally signed by the actress who played the character, the Pink Ranger.
Yeah. And now this is for a customer.
Yeah.
This is for one of his customers at the store. He did this for them. And so this one got signed. This is awesome. I love the character magic. That's just dope. That's super cool, right?
So she's kind of I would call her a Barbie artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's very popular.
She's super popular. And these are all these are the Virgin covers with no logos, right? So, Now this one has the logo, but you can still see. Is this a variant cover?
Yep, but that's mine. That was one for me.
Okay, yeah.
That's Department of Truth #1.
So she's really good, but it's like kind of like big, simple images, simple illustrations. And then he got a Ron Lim book signed because Ron Lim was there.
Actually, I got
Oh,
two.
cool.
He got two in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull the other one out so you can show.
You don't have to. And then he made me go over to Brian Stelfreeze and get Stelfreeze to sign it. And it took me like 40 minutes. But that's a dope cover. So
Oh yeah.
Brian Stelfreeze is such the man. And actually cool, interesting story. I'll tell you the story about how I know Stelfreeze later. But well, TLDR, I'll give the deep story later, but maybe I'll tell it tonight. I don't know. But basically, he was in Atlanta and I was a student in Atlanta, and I basically showed up on their studio doorstep, right? And so he taught me, this guy is the guy that taught me like 150 point perspective in like an afternoon. And he just sat down and like taught it to me. And I was like, what the hell is this guy like? I mean, he's just amazing. You can see how good that is. This is all like, he does acrylics and watercolor. He's fantastic. And so I still have these drawings. Like I was like, I'm never throwing these away. And so it dawned on me today, you know, I saw him today. I was like, oh crap, like I should take these drawings tomorrow. And he doesn't remember. I mean, this is 30 plus years ago. He's not going to remember me. But like, I could tell him the story and get these things signed, because obviously these little sketches he did for me, I'm never going to get rid of. And I'm just going to, maybe hang it in the wall or something, because like, why not? So I was like, oh, I should totally do that. Oh yeah. So this is another Andrew one. Look at that. So there's a story behind this. So Andrew this is an Art Adams interior I had never heard of, called Alien Worlds. And there's this awesome signature. Andrew, you want to tell the story about this?
It was his first published work. Wasn't his first work, but it was the first one that was published. And he signed it, and I thought that was so cool. But this is just for me. This is all just for me.
Here's another Jenny Frison.
Yeah, that's from
signed.
Exquisite Corpses. That's the first issue that just came
Is this
out.
for you as well? Or
Yeah, that one's
this is
mine.
yours. Yeah. And then he got a couple of Art Adams signings on this book, but that's not Art Adams. Oh yeah, it is.
Cover,
it is
yeah.
his cover. Yeah.
This is the limited edition red foil issue 0 of Something is Killing the Children.
Yeah.
My buddies, they brought me 3 copies. They said, if you get those comics signed by Frison and get these signed by Art Adams, you can have one.
Right.
So I get to keep one of them. So, and then there was this one signed by Rob
Oh yeah,
Brown.
this is, and I've never seen this book. I had no idea that there was a Superman Silver Surfer book. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've
it is.
never seen this.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know of it. It's
George,
like
it was written by George Perez.
Yeah, there was Daredevil, Batman's, and yeah, they're making all this big noise about this new crossover with Deadpool and Batman. You know,
I don't
Marvel
care about that.
crossovers, Marvel and DC crossovers are not, something new.
I couldn't care less about that.
I know,
crossover.
but still, it's something that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So today, I mean, it's pretty cool, man. Like, and if, for those that maybe, MK says, how much did it cost per signing? That's actually a really good question, because every artist is different. So I don't usually do signings. I don't usually get my stuff signed. I don't know, I did around it too long. But one of my favorite, I call him an author because he does only graphic novels. This guy, Craig Thompson. He's never been on the East Coast. I've never seen this guy at any convention, and he's big in Europe, but he's okay in the US. He's got but he's way bigger in Europe. So he's always over there. And so this Heroes Con was not only his first time at Heroes Con, and I think on an East Coast convention, it was also the last stop on he's been on tour for a year and a half, and this is the last stop in the whole tour. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to get something signed, because I do love his work. So his stuff, he was awesome. His stuff was free. He was just signing stuff and doing like little doodles. But most artists now charge something for their autographs, and it ranges. Usually, it's anywhere from between $5 to $15. When you say 15 is the cap?
No, there's people. That
Well, there's
charge
people
more.
charge more, but you know.
Well, in our dealings today, Ron Lim charged $10 a signature. Fine. Art Adams was $15 a signature. Jenny Frizen was, if it's not being signed for grading, the first 3 were free, and then it was $5 after that.
How do they know if it's not being signed? Oh, because the grading there.
Well, because when you say I'm grading it for CGC, they give you a certificate that goes with it so that CGC knows it was validated with the artist.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that you're
How do
literally paying for them telling CGC
That it's real.
that it was them that did it.
How do you get that? Is like you just buy the certificates?
You
off
tell
of-
them I'm doing this for CGC, and she charges $30,
Oh.
$5 for her, and $25 for the grading.
Mhm.
And I don't know if she gets all that money or if CGC gets any of it, but if you send a book into CGC right now with a signature on it and you want them to verify the signature, you have to pay an extra $25 on top of the grading for them to verify the signature. So hopefully this means the artists get the majority of the money when you give it to them personally.
Mhm.
But I have no intention of, if I'm going to get this graded and signature verified, I'll pay the extra $25. But right now I have no intention of doing that. I just wanted to have a really cool book signed by Ron Lim.
Yeah. And so like Stelfreeze, the reason I'm going to do this tomorrow is Stelfreeze does like 3 for free, and then it's like $15 or something. And then tomorrow, the one thing that I am glad I didn't bring it because it would have been too much, but I have a Dark Knight Returns artist edition. It's huge. It's like that fat, and it's 50 pounds. It's huge. And I lugged in when I was in New York, I lugged that book to New York Comic Con to get Frank Miller to sign it. So I have Frank Miller's signature on it. And this trip, I'm going to get Klaus Janson.
Didn't you buy it at that New
I
York
did.
Comic Con? Well, you didn't lug it there.
I had to lug it back.
Oh, well, okay. I'll give you that. But you didn't lug it there. Is what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
didn't lug it there and back. I lugged it.
Don't lie.
I lugged
to
it
your
one way. A
audience.
one-way lug. It's a lug. It's a one-direction lug. Lugging can be multi-directional, or lugging can be singular.
That's what she said.
It's a lug.
That's what she said.
Yeah. No.
What a
Anyway,
meatball.
so yeah. So yeah. So basically, tomorrow, the 2 things I have to figure out, like I'm gonna take the Stelfreeze drawings if I can find them, and I think I know where they are, and then I'm gonna take the Dark Knight Returns artist edition book to get that signed, and then I'm debating. So that guy Craig Thompson, because I love his stuff. I have a softbound of his first graphic novel called Blankets, and I'm debating whether to actually buy. He has a hardbound version there, and then there's like another softbound that I have that he has a hardbound of. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the rest because I took three books. They're like this. They're 400 or 500 pages each. A huge
Why
tome.
don't you show them to him?
Oh God. All right. So this was his first book called Blankets, and this is the original print, the original pressing. So this is like, it's just huge. And it's really good. And then like I'll show you this. He does sketches. He kind of takes forever, but he does sketches for everybody. So this is to Todd and like a nice little sketch. And then just put this over here. And then I got his second book over here, which is called Habibi. And you can see how thick that is. I mean, he's one of those guys. I told Andrew one of the reasons I like it is because it's like he almost draws like a handwriting.
Let me
Like
see the sketch.
his drawing is like a handwriting. He draws.
That's really nice.
Yeah, he's gorgeous, man. His works, like his artwork is gorgeous. It's really good, right?
Yeah.
I love it. And he's just like, he loves the craft, and he's really a master. He's a young master at it. And then he just launched a new book, which is why he's on tour, called Ginseng Roots, another big ass book, 400 plus pages, whatever. Look at that, it's multicolored,
Aw.
right? And so, I can't. Let me show this. So like there it is. It's like like a little one of his little characters, a little ginseng character, and it's and yeah, it's gorgeous stuff, man. So
he goes above and beyond for his fans.
he does.
He absolutely does.
You got to admit, he absolutely does. And
And
so
how much did he charge?
0,
Nothing.
nothing.
That's right. That's how grateful he is to his fans.
Yeah, and that's like old school. That's like old school, like how it's done. Like I'm kind of like that. I'm like I understand charging because what has happened in the industry, and we've seen it. Like you've got these people. I don't want to call them ingrates, but kind of ingrates, where when these big artists like Art Adams or whatever, when they do it for free, and they did it for free most of their lives, these people would come up with like long boxes and they would just shove like 50 books. Like there's no courtesy. They'd shove like 50 books in there, and their guy's signing and doing all of it and doing it for free because he's, you're a fan. And then they turn around and they would sell it on eBay or slab it and then flip it. So the artists and the creators were like, wait a minute, I'm doing all this for free and you're not even collecting it. You're making money off of my signature. So why shouldn't I charge $10 and then you're just going to add another $10 to the book anyway? So it's kind of like fair is fair. And I totally get that. I think it's different if you're buying it directly from the creator. Like if I was buying a book, like a creator owned book, and I was paying like 10, 20, 30 bucks for a creator owned book, then I would expect them to sign it because the money is just going to them anyway. Right. Yeah. So MK says saturation of their stuff by the professional resellers, 100%. Can't blame them. Yeah, you can't. And it's like, and it's one of those things, like there's an old phrase in the marketing world that's like, marketing is ruined by marketers, meaning that like once there's a new technique or a new tactic or a new strategy that where somebody just takes off and they figure something out and it just like makes them a lot of money, everybody else in that space just does the same thing and they just murder it. They attack it and they push it because they're all trying to make money, and they kill it until it doesn't work anymore. And it's like a cycle. So the worst thing to happen to marketing is marketers. And in comics, it's sort of like this collector thing where it's like, I mean, that Jenny Frison had a line all day and she was charging, what you say, $5 a piece?
Yeah, after 3 free.
After 3 free. So and people like, she must have signed thousands of. I hope to God she must have made a fortune today.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yeah, she did great. I was like, this line down the whole way, and so it's good for her. But at the same time, it's also because she's doing all these variant covers because the industry can't just make one cover. They have to do 25 covers for every single issue. Like they're called virgin covers because people are like, we're not going to open the books. I'm telling you, I do think the future of comics is just like a cover with like 20 blank pages in there or something. Like, people are just like, there's the cover. It's really cool. Slab it and sell it. And it's an art piece. And that's cool, I guess. It's fascinating stuff. It's really, really interesting. But yeah, I can't blame any of these artists for charging. It is interesting though, because years ago, like when we first got into the business and started going to conventions, like sketches were free, signatures were free, and then slowly sketches were getting charged, right? And now it's super common. Like I don't think anyone does free sketches really, that I know of.
John Beatty was sitting at a table and he had his teenage son,
Mm-hmm.
and the teenage son had a sign up for sketches from him for $10.
Yeah.
The kid was charging for sketches.
Yeah. The kid was charging for sketches.
Yes. From him, not from his dad.
That's awesome. That's okay. That's pretty cool though.
Oh, you would let your daughter do that if you were set up.
Hell yeah. I want my kid to make money. Let's go. Absolutely. 100%. So I think it's, it's fun. It's interesting how everything has changed over the years. And it's also interesting how it hasn't changed, I don't know. So tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? I mean, I'm getting some stuff signed, and that's like a couple trips to the car and back because I am not lugging a 50-pound book around all day. Like my back is killing me. Because I was carrying those 3 tomes like that fat in my backpack for 10 hours. I was like, oh my god, it's very painful. 50-cent comics tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lots of that good stuff.
Yeah, what are you doing over there? Are you coming back over here?
I'm putting the comics back away.
Just get your show. Why don't you grab? Should we show some of the stuff we got? Or
No, I'm trying to put these away so they don't get damaged and all.
Don't get damaged.
Oh, don't even take attitude with me, young man.
come on, bring that long box. So Andrew bought enough comics today. Now, granted, he has a store, but he bought enough comics to also then buy a short box, and he filled the short box, right?
Yes.
Andrew, can you just leave them? You don't have to take all the signature stuff out right now.
I am trying very hard to do this so I don't screw anything up. Let me do this so I don't screw anything up.
Fine. I'm just gonna go through and show what I got then.
That's fine.
Screw you.
Go for it, big boy.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy with my haul, and I have a bad habit, and it really comes down because I don't have I'm not a retailer, so like I have a comic collection that's like most of it is like this way off screen, but like it's like I don't have anything organized. I just have not had the time to sit down and organize it. I love what Andrew has. He's got everything spreadsheeted, and he even has like scan barcodes. I'll never do that, but certainly I could organize. I really want to organize my comics and get them in a little better situation. So I have a bad tendency of rebuying the same comics over and over and over again because I love them so much. I'm like, I'm not sure if I have that one. I think I might, but I'm not sure. KG, what's up? Gotta run. Good seeing you guys. Yeah, KG, man, thank you for stopping by, brother. Love you, buddy. So I'm like, I don't know if I have it or not, so I'm just gonna buy it, and it always bites me in the ass because I always have it. So I made a concerted effort today to only get things that I almost positively did not have. So I'm just gonna share this. Hopefully Avery and Zach don't mind just like running through a whole bunch of comics. So I showed you guys oh yeah, you want me to show this?
Go ahead, go for it.
Okay. Now is this something you're keeping?
Yes.
Fucking asshole. So yeah, so fucking Andrew finds this in a 50-cent bin.
Yep.
And I've never seen this before. Look at this, especially Avery. Like, this is a book called Cyclops. It is a Brian Stelfreeze book. And this is like early Stelfreeze. This is like you look at that. Look at the art. Like, that is pre-Marvel, pre-DC.
Oh, yeah.
Early.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get you want me to get the sign tomorrow?
You want to?
I would love it. I mean, I would love that. This is the book I would love. So yeah. That was actually that's a pretty big win. So I showed you guys the Baron Nexus, Steve Rude Nexus books. Yeah, so anyway, I made a concerted effort to try to get things that I know for a fact I don't have. So let me move these over here. Okay. So and I'm also trying to get older books. Like Andrew kind of got me, is getting me into this. So this is called Time Warp. It actually has some classic stories in here. Steve Ditko, Denny O'Neil. This one has, some of the art on the Mike Kaluta did the cover. Rick Butler's in here. Like,
yeah, that cover's awesome.
That cover's sick, right? Like look at that.
Yeah.
Right. And then I happen to find the one right next to it. And this is like Joe Orlando, Steve Ditko, Gil Kane, Howard Chaykin, Michael Kaluta, Romeo Tangal is in here as well. And this is like the very next issue, right? I think is that Kaluta
awesome,
cover?
man.
Yeah, it's a Kaluta cover. 1975, I think, something like that. Right? Pretty cool. I showed Silver Star. These are the Kirby books. And it's actually good Kirby too. Like it's not like this is in the 80s, so he was getting up there, but it's actually not like he hadn't fallen off a cliff or anything. You know, it's
Mhm.
pretty good. So you saw that, and then he showed you the Night Force. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we got, and also sometimes I just buy them for the cover. So I bought this for the cover, Submariner,
Mhm.
Tales to Astonish #4. Turns out it's a John Buscema issue.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, Buscema did the cover. Maybe he did the inside, and he totally did. So
Oh,
that's a win.
nice.
Total win. Bro, in the 50-cent bins, tons of Will's Portasios. So
Oh, wow.
I end up getting Will's Portasio Punisher, right? I love these books. This was I came into comics like right around this time, and these were books I could not get my hands on.
Mhm.
Like they were already going up in price. I couldn't get my hands on them. This is Dan Jurgens. I actually been liking Dan Jurgens' old school Supermans,
Mhm.
and I have none of these. So this is actually
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like his artwork in here is actually he's a really talented dude, man. Like it's actually pretty good stuff. You know, decent anatomy, really good stuff. Hex, Keith Giffen.
Oh, cool.
That's a sweet cover. This is a book that I had. This is one of the first comics I ever had, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't have it anymore, obviously, even now I do again. It's Wild Dog. It's a John Beatty, I think is Terry Beatty. Sorry, Terry Beatty and Max Collins. And the story's kind of terrible, but I was like, I remember this as a kid, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. Walter Simonson, Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
And this
I'll always pick those up.
always, even if he does the cover, I'm like, and I'm not sure if he did the inside, I'm just gonna pick it up. Now, this one I bought because I have like this weird emotional attachment to it. I think there's a McFarlane one out there. This was another one that was like an early book that I had, and it means nothing. Like it's whatever. But I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen that in decades. This is Marvel Comics presents X-Men and Havoc, or it's X-Men's Havoc, but it's X-Men, right? And it's this guy Cold Blood who is no special character, but I remember this character and I remember this cover, and I was like, I need that book. 50 cents, right? Completely stupid character, but that's kind of an AF character right there. You know. Check this out. Incredible Hulk.
Oh, nice.
Can you tell who did that?
Mignola.
Yep. And he did the interior.
Oh, cool.
I was like, oh crap. Like, you want to see your early Mignola? Like, look at that Hulk, dude. Totally different artist. Deathlock. I love that Joe Quesada cover.
Yeah.
Right? This is prime Joe Quesada, when Joe Quesada was doing good stuff before he got into poser characters. And then like I found in a 50-cent bin Frank Miller's Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, which I'd never read because I don't know. But I was able to, there's 8 books, and I was able to find 7 of the 8 books. So, and this is 50-cent bin. Look at that. 50-cent bin. We got like all
that first cover is awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's like a bunch of legends worked on it, you know, because I don't think he can draw that well anymore. Like, I just think he, whatever happened, whether it was a stroke or cancer, I don't know, and I don't want to speculate, but he doesn't have the ability to do this kind of work anymore. Maybe he chooses not to. I don't know. But like, this is one of those books. So I was like, yeah, I kind of want to read it. But when these books, this is a $7 book? These were like $7 books. And so this in the 50-cent bin. And so I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get it. So I'm still on the hunt tomorrow. I'll see if I can find book 6. That's the only book that I'm missing. And that'll be, that'd be awesome. I'd love to read. I bet the writing, the Frank Miller writing, is good. I don't remember hearing anything about how was DK3 received. Do you remember?
Very, very bad.
Really?
Very bad.
Was it bad?
I don't know if it was bad or they threw it in 50-cent bins.
No, fair enough.
By the way, did you buy this copy?
I did not.
Because I bought one.
Yeah, I thought you bought. I don't know where you got it. So you said you had it, and I was like,
Well,
okay,
I
cool.
handed it to you.
No, you didn't hand it to me. That is the copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have these two. I'm gonna put aside.
Okay.
They were runaway books I bought.
Okay. I don't know what numbers. So we bought comics for my kids, so I don't know what issued numbers I gave them.
You may want to show this to Avery, and if he wants it, I put it aside for him.
Here, put it right here.
Just describe it to him.
Describe it to him. Oh shit. Wait. Oh shit. So is this for Avery?
If he needs it and wants it, he can have it. But
Avery, do you want? It's a Detective Comics issue of Batman by Gene Colan. And the cover's fucking sick.
it's got Batman, Catwoman, and an ape shooting a machine gun.
Oh yeah,
Is that not gorgeous?
sure, yeah.
I didn't realize it was a Gene Colan when I grabbed it.
There you
So
go.
Oh yeah, I love Gene Colan.
Mike
Some of
Mignola
those,
cover in there.
and some of those issues of Batman can get expensive, dude. If you're trying to get together, buy a bunch of them,
Yeah,
they get expensive.
they do. Jim Lee covers Punisher War
Oh,
Journal.
very cool. Oh, cool. I always wanted that issue where he's like Spider-Man's on the wall. I could
too.
never afford it.
Me too. 50 cents, dude.
Oh my god.
The great thing about the Great Comic Collapse is you can afford all your comics now.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, did you see this? This is I don't even know this one. This is a Hellboy comic. I think it's a standalone issue. Mike Mignola and Kevin Nolan.
Oh wow, cool, awesome.
And Kevin Nolan's at the convention, so maybe I get that signed or something. And it's actually pretty good shape. After that, I got I found the other run that I found that I was like, you know what, 50 cents, I'm doing it. Just a whole bunch of New Mutants. Like, here, I'll show you. Like, just a ton of New Mutants. Not a run, not a full run. But like, I have a soft spot in my heart for New Mutants.
Love the Brett Blevins.
I love Brett Blevins. I love Bill Sienkiewicz, and I even love the Rob Liefeld run, straight up. So it's such a good book, man. It has a warm place in my heart, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pick this up. And again, they were also just kind of sitting there in a row. And I will say, because I don't know enough about the New Mutants to like look at the cover and be like, oh, this is who drew it, because they had a bunch of artists on it. So I just kind of go off the cover, you know what I mean? So I'm sure some of these books are not Brett Blevins and they're probably not that great, but it's it's worth the risk. And I'm very, like I said, I feel there's the only book that so far that I'm like this was kind of a waste of money was this one, which has a giant rip on the cover and it's got like water damage, and it looked better in the package than in real life. Picked up a random New Mutants with Rob Liefeld cover. Why not? It was part of it. X-Force #4, again, kind of like, why not? These were the only two that I was like, well, I'm not sure if I have it, but I'll just buy it. I probably have it. And then I got some random, I was getting jealous of Andrew. So I just got all the stuff that he didn't want, like this random Superman comic. Look at that guy. Look at the porn star guy.
Oh god, he looks like looks like Sean Connery. What's that movie?
Yeah, dude, he totally does. So I love this. So I got a couple of old school Superman stuff. This is a issue of Supervillains. I have no idea about the interiors of this. I just was like, yep, covered. I got it.
It's good stuff.
This is a Superman issue. I've never collected Superman or these old Batmans, so I like what's his name's art? gosh. Superman artist.
There's a lot of them.
No, he did it for like 30 years.
There's a lot of them.
Oh my god. It's a pretty cool cover. So we'll see. You know, some of them might just give me some adult fantasy ideas. The day that it rained. Superboy. MK says, I'll take therapist for 400, Alex. Thor Simonson.
Yep.
Again, this was okay. So this was the only other random one. I was like, well, I think I go. This is a Joe Madureira X-Men. Probably have it, but I was like, well, I'll try it. And then the last two books I got today, the very final things, I got 2 World's Finest issues. Again, just because I don't really have a lot of old books, and I'm really getting into the coloring and the newsprint and all that. And look at this. Look at that cover. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I
Actually, I think I have a copy of that in the store.
love this cover.
Yeah.
That's a really cool.
He's in the dream.
He's
You
in
know,
a dream.
Those hero board boxes
Mhm.
are great for putting comics in and holding comics.
Oh yeah,
because they fit a comic board. Yeah.
Smart. Yeah.
Like if you wanted to take a stack of stuff to get signed, you put it in one of those boxes.
I saw someone do that today, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Mhm.
Yeah, smart. You want to switch with me? You want to show something?
No, I'm not going to show anything. I pulled everything out, and there wasn't anything else I wanted to show. So it's all 50-cent books. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But I bought some Conan magazines that I know I needed for one customer. I bought some other comics that I know I needed for another customer. So I've got some stuff for people. So
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's like our whole report. I wish there was more, but like, you know, it's day one. I think it was
Day
pretty
one,
good.
yeah.
It's pretty good for day one, man. It's Heroes Con, I've said it before, is one of my all-time favorite shows because it is one of the last true comic conventions where it's like, it's not about it's not about games, it's not about movies. There's no giant like Paramount Pictures presents this or game demos or sidekick sculptures.
the major studios are not there.
None of it.
Marvel, DC is not here.
It is comic book vendors and comic book artists, and there are a couple of people that sell different things that are not comic related, but they're the vast minority. So like, you know, there might be someone selling, like, I think there's someone selling game dice, or there's somebody selling, I think it's like a coffee or something, or like a chocolate stand. Like there are some different things, but 99% of the show is comic book artists, comic books, and comic book art. It is comics.
Yeah,
And
when I went to MegaCon, I walked around the entire show and I found the small section
right,
where they actually had comic book vendors.
right.
This show is the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
You can't turn without finding a comic book vendor.
Yeah, it's actually
they're just all comic book
they
vendors.
have the opposite problem where like, and what MK says, any good special guests, they actually have the opposite problem where like you want to go see like one of the guests and you're like, where are they?
Yeah.
Because it's just a sea of creators and you're like, aisle 100, you know, like, okay. Who's any MK says any good special guests? You're pick up the ball, Andrew. What do you think? Who is good? Who's there? That's like that. You're just besides Art Adams and the people we've talked about.
This is the first appearance of Craig
Thompson.
Craig Thompson.
Yep.
And I think it's somebody else is their first time here. It's one of those classic writer guys. This is his first show.
Really?
Yeah, somebody, I forgot who it is. I'm gonna make it.
Well, because John Romita Jr. is here. He had one of the big lines. Chris Claremont is there, for writer of X-Men. God, man, there's so many. It's everybody. I mean, it's one of those shows. Here's how crazy it is. I find these 23 issues of Nexus in a 50-cent bin, and Mike Barron, the writer, is there. That you like, because you're like, okay, well, so tomorrow, I mean, I don't know if he's charging, but like if he's not, I could just take 23, not that I would because I just criticized it, but I could take like 23 books and be like, here you go, Mike. You know, thank you for signing them all. MK says, so you can get some good writers and artists. Yeah. Well, it's interesting too, man, because like, again, and Andrew and I think I can, Andrew's a little different because he started to get into signatures, I think because of the store, because he started getting, because he has customers, you know, it's a little more special. Like there's Jenny Frison, those are his customers, asked him to sign and he's doing it for them, which is freaking awesome.
But I also got stuff signed for me as well.
Right. But you also are at least smart. Like if you really wanted to, you could go get the signatures and then slab them and then sell them in your store. Right. I have never really, I don't really have, believe it or not, like even though we've gone to every convention under the sun, I don't have that many signed books. It's just never been my thing. Like I you know, the only art like signatures I would want that I would really pay for is like a Stanley thing, or, you know, maybe a special McFarlane thing, like not really anything special. Craig Thompson, I was like, okay, because this guy doesn't ever show up. But like never really done that. Usually for me personally, the reason why it's so much fun to get some really good writers and artists is because you can go over there and see all the original artwork and get super inspired, and almost like certainly you can unlock, I want to say unlock some secrets, even though that sounds like kind of BS or makes it bigger than it is. But there's something about when you see the original art, if you're an artist, I'm going to sneeze because there's dust. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Hold on.
What? Gesundheit.
Okay. We'll see. There always comes in threes, and that was one. We'll see. But there's something about, and Avery, you can attest to this as an artist. Like there's something about seeing the original art when you see how they pulled the lines, where the whiteout is, how they sketched it out. Maybe the underdrawing shows through a little bit. That kind of unlocks the technique a little bit, where you're like, oh, I see how he did that now. Or sometimes you can't tell and you're like, how the fuck did this guy do this? I love that. And so like at some point, like I got the comics today and I'll probably get some more, but tomorrow I'm probably going art. Like I'm just going to start studying artists and art, and Andrew will go into the 50 Cent stuff because he has a store and he's going to do that. MK says, I'm out west for the next couple weeks, going to head off to get something to eat. Thanks for sharing, guys. Good luck on the big bid diving tomorrow. Yeah, for sure, dude. And MK, good luck out west, man, for next couple weeks. All right, I'm gonna have to find out if that's like business or pleasure, because that weeks is a long time to be out somewhere. Really quick, is it business or pleasure? I'm curious. But yeah, man. Either way, have a good trip and be safe and be well. And yeah, man, we'll have to hear some stories when you get back if you can talk stories. Business acquisition. Nice, dude. Congrats. Excellent. Yeah, I want to hear good stories then. Absolutely. Don't drink too much. Anyway, thank you, MK. Love you, buddy. Yeah, man. So I don't know. Tomorrow is going to be really good. It's this convention's been there 40 years, a little over 40 years. And I love the fact that this is the convention we went to when we were young and we were like in high school, and this is still fucking there. Like it's still the same convention, man. Like I love that. I love it. I love it. And the fact that we can still, that Andrew and I can still go, and hopefully we get Avery over there at some point. And Zach, you too, maybe next year. Maybe next year we have a booth over there. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But I would absolutely love for all of us to have a place over there. You know, would you guys come out if we have a booth? Would you guys come out?
I hate conventions now. I don't enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what can I ask you if you don't want to talk about it, I totally respect that. But just out of curiosity, Avery, what is it that you don't like about them? Like what's
everything. I hate the traveling. I hate not sleeping in my own bed.
Oh yeah,
I-
that's true.
All of it. It's days of just being uncomfortable
It would be fun hanging out
and not
again. Just
and not making any money.
Well, yeah, it would be fun hanging out in person though. I'm just saying, haven't done that in a while. Yeah, that is true. I do respect that. I mean, travel is very difficult. And kind of being away from home, and I 100% agree with the
Yeah,
with
my
the not
my
sleeping in
health
bed.
is so bad now. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, if I sleep in a different bed, it's a huge pain in the ass. It really, I have to bring my pillow, and if I don't bring my pillow, I'm fucked. Like my neck gets all cranked out and all fucked up. But yeah, man. I don't know. I'm really gonna see we're working hard on this show. Get this show up, get some audience up. I'm pushing this. Excuse my French. I'm pushing this motherfucking show hard. When we get it going, like hard. So by next summer, and I don't know timing. I have no idea how long when you have to get Artist Alley booths or anything like that. But I don't give a. We're gonna comics or T-shirts or plushie. We're gonna have something, and we're gonna be pitching the fuck out. I'm gonna pitch the fuck out of it. So we shall see what we can do. I'm just saying. I want a Subdued and a Heinous plushie. That'd be pretty funny. They'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. That's what Andrew. What are you thinking? Andrew's fading. Are you fading? Yeah. All right. We know what we're gonna do. We'll call it a short night tonight. I know we were late. But we were coming back from the convention, so apologies. Thank you guys for waiting for us, and I'm sorry we were a little late. He's fading.
It's all my fault.
It is his fault. It's totally his fault. I was just a passenger. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I went the wrong way.
He did go the wrong way. It's okay. We got here. But anyway, guys, love you. Happy Friday. Happy Nerd Den. Have a great weekend. And yeah, we'll be in the green room for a minute. Let's see.